On October the 14th, 1977, Empress Farah Pahlavi cut the ribbon on a spiral concrete building sunk into the earth in central Tehran. Inside it were 3,000 works of art worth more than the entire annual budget of the Iranian military. The collection included masterpieces from the most celebrated painters of the 20th century. Abstract expressionist canvases taller than a grown man, impressionist landscapes in gilded frames, bold pop art prints in fluorescent colour, twisted figurative paintings that critics called the most disturbing images in modern art. United States Vice President Nelson Rockefeller attended the opening and called it one of the most beautiful museums in the world. The building was designed by Farah's own cousin, Kamran Diba. Critics called it the underground Guggenheim. The total collection has been valued at between $3 and $12 billion. Some estimates reach higher. It was the largest collection of Western modern art outside Europe and North America, assembled in barely 5 years by a 39-year-old empress who wanted Iran to own what the great museums of New York, London, and Paris owned. She sent curators to galleries and auction houses across Europe and America with a single instruction: buy the best. They did. 14 months later, the Islamic Revolution swept the Shah from power. Farah and her husband fled Tehran on January the 16th, 1979, boarding a Boeing jet on a deserted runway. She had taken tranquilizers to conceal her grief. The Shah carried a small cloth bag of Iranian soil under his pillow. He would carry it through 7 countries in 18 months of exile until the morning he died in a Cairo military hospital on July the 27th, 1980. The art stayed behind. Within weeks of the revolution, the museum was sealed. The last director secured the works and had Revolutionary Guards sign an inventory, item by item. One portrait of the Empress was slashed by a zealot. A contemporary sculpture was destroyed as un-Islamic. But the vast majority survived. The guards locked the vault doors and the collection disappeared from public view. Billions of dollars in Western masterpieces sat in climate-controlled darkness beneath the streets of Tehran, untouched, unseen, and unreachable by the woman who had assembled every piece. The crown jewels were separated from Farah by an even thicker wall. The coronation crown, commissioned personally by the Shah from one of the most prestigious jewelers in Paris, contained 1,541 stones, 469 diamonds, 36 emeralds, 36 rubies, 2 spinels, and 105 pearls. At its center sat one of the largest pink diamonds in the world, approximately 60 carats, mined centuries ago from the legendary Golconda mines of India. The master jeweler made 24 trips to Tehran to supervise the project because Iranian law prohibited crown jewels from leaving the country. He set up a temporary workshop inside the National Treasury Vault itself. The crown weighed nearly 2 kilograms. On October 26, 1967, the Shah placed it on Farah's head in a ceremony deliberately echoing Napoleon crowning Josephine. A 101-gun salute shook the palace windows. It was the first time an empress had been crowned in Iran since approximately 630 AD, a gap of roughly 1,337 years. Today, that crown sits in the treasury of national jewels in the basement of the Central Bank of Iran. The entire collection of royal gemstones, crowns, tiaras, thrones, and loose stones serves as physical collateral backing the Iranian national currency. The crown is behind bulletproof glass in a basement vault. The woman who wore it is in a Paris apartment. She has not touched it in 47 years. The art collection's fate took a different path. For decades, rumours circulated that the revolutionary government had sold masterpieces secretly on the black market, or that paintings had been damaged beyond repair by improper storage in underground bunkers. Neither proved true. The works remained locked in the vault beneath the museum, maintained at proper temperature and humidity by staff who understood what they were guarding, even if they could not publicly celebrate it. Scholars, curators, and collectors around the world periodically asked the same question: what is happening to those paintings? The answer arrived in November 2024. The Islamic Republic opened an exhibition of 120 Western masterpieces from the collection. Iranian citizens lined up in crowds that stretched around the building and down the surrounding streets. They came to see the abstract, expressionist canvases and impressionist landscapes that an empress had bought for them 47 years earlier. International press covered the opening. Art critics noted that the works were in remarkably good condition, better preserved than many paintings in constantly lit Western museums. The vault had protected them from light damage, from pollution, from the wear of millions of passing visitors. Darkness had saved what daylight would have slowly destroyed. Farah Pahlavi, watching from her Paris apartment overlooking the Seine, said that when she heard about it, she had tears in her eyes. She is 87 years old. She has outlived the Shah by 46 years. She has outlived 2 of her 4 children. Her daughter Layla was found dead of a barbiturate overdose in a London hotel room in 2001 at the age of 31. Her son Ali Reza died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his Boston apartment in 2011 at the age of 44. The exile that began on that deserted runway in 1979 cost her a husband, a daughter, and a son. It did not cost her the collection. The collection survived revolution, survived zealotry, and survived 45 years locked in darkness. It survived because someone on the other side of the revolution understood that destroying a masterpiece would not destroy the memory of the woman who bought it, and that a painting in a vault was still worth more intact than in pieces. The separation between Farah and the objects she assembled is total and permanent for as long as the Islamic Republic endures. She cannot visit the museum. She cannot touch the crown. She cannot enter the country where both are held. The crown backs a currency she cannot spend. The paintings hang in a building designed by her cousin that she has not entered since 1979. In January 2026, from her Paris apartment, Farah posed in front of the pre-revolution lion and sun flag and gave an interview. She said that for 47 years she had wished for and waited for Iran's freedom. She paused and added that there is no turning back. In the basement of the Central Bank of Iran, the crown, with its 1,541 stones, sits in its case. In a vault beneath a spiral building in central Tehran, billions of dollars in Western art hangs in temperature-controlled silence. In a Paris apartment overlooking the river, the woman who assembled all of it sits and waits. The treasure survived. The empress who built it is still alive, and neither one can reach the other. If this story was worth your time, subscribing helps more people find it. We follow the treasure that revolution seize and the people who can never get it back.